Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Vic to throw it. Buying time to his left. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, get in the way. 54 Mike. Check, watch 54. Regular. Wild. Hey, second.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 52. He's coming. We got double up. Go, Bandit!
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Set. 30 base. Check, 47. Hey, Charlie. Go. 47, Mike, 47. Get ready. Shoot.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
I got you. SOS. Tighten up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Wait, 20. Hey, let's get this
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Check 9, check 9. Watch, quick.
First down, Vic. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 27-yard line.
Hey, I got it.
Vic readies to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 38, Brady. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back. Kill. Check it, reload. Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Brady, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To throw again. Vick. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing, Vick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Lutz for the field goal try.
A 32-yard
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
A nice-looking play to start the drive. Down the middle and complete. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is Miller, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, go 66. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. Hey, high 7. 53 now.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Wait, that's 380. Let's go, D. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 40 seconds.
They'll try and run with their fullback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Bogey 10, 53. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Regular.
On second down now. It's Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. After the run by Jones, here's first and 10.
Check it out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing again. Vic. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He sets to fire deep. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33.
They'll take over first and 10. Their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Wait, that Alabama, 380, 47, go, alert! Watch it. Check 26, check 26, jumper, alert!
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 31-yard line.
General West, give me something. Here we go. Check 13, check 13. 4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. Here we go. Shift, watch the shift. 72.
They'll run it with Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Right, 80. 47. Not today, you are. Not today.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
On the counter, here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike, 47. I'm not ready. Check 50, check 50. Check the backer, check the backer. When he hits.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Saints 10. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Vick. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lavonte David able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
He's crossing. He's check 22. Jet, over. 22. Jet, over. 2-6.
Off the play fake, Vick. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 27, Brady. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
36, 50.
To throw, it's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw again, Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. On play action, it's Brady. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Blue draw quarters.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Bravo!
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Regular. Watch it slide.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Smooth.
Check, 47. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Cover.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go now. Come on, 8 together.
Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Being chased out left.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here.
On 1st down, Walker. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Stop here, D. Showing it. Check hot route.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try the left side. It's Walker. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Vick. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Brady to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
47's the mic. Let's stay Alabama.
Back to throw, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on first down. It's Walker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 45's the mic. Come on.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. In the face.
45. 45's Mike. 45.
Now Michael Vick going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
What's good on the extra point? And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.